I heard you have a fresh set of highlights.
Oh, I certainly do. Let's get right down to it, shall we? It was the Pac-12 opener, and the Oregon Ducks traveled down to Tempe to take on the Arizona State Sun Devils, who are trying to break a 2-game losing streak. First quarter, first drive of the game, Manny Wilkins will take it himself. Check, please. That's an 8-yard touchdown run. Sun Devils go up early, 7-0. Then Justin Herbert with this Oregon offense, they're pretty good. A 7-yard touchdown pass to Dylan Mitchell. Doesn't get any prettier than that. And that ties things up at 7. A play so nice that even Puddles had to record it. Then shortly after, Wilkins rolling out, finding N'Keal Harry for a 3-yard touchdown pass. Grab your Staples button because that was easy. His third touchdown of this season, 14-7 Sun Devils. However, they fumble a punt return and Royce Freeman takes it 12 yards out. That's his 10th touchdown of the season. He leads the nation at 17-14 ASU at the half. However, now in the second half, Wilkins finds Harry once again. Get off me, he says, muscling off 2 defenders. He's like a trampoline because defenders just keep bouncing off. That's a 47-yard gain, and that sets up this next play. Hand it off to Demario Richard, and then he's going to punch it in 7 yards for the touchdown, puts the Sun Devils up 31-14. Oregon trying to gain some momentum back. Herbert, 22-yard dime to Tony Brooks James, makes the score a 3-point game. However, Brandon Ruiz, 2:33 left in the game, 41 yards, it's good. And that's going to win the game for the Sun Devils. They snap their 2-game losing streak, and then they win 37-35, improving to 1-0 in Pac-12 play. Well, those were some great highlights, but we have even better analysts on the show, Max Madden being one of them. Max, thanks so much for joining us. But this Arizona State defense, nobody really thought they would be able to hold up against the #1 scoring team in the nation. However, they did. They pulled off the win, and it seemed like they came up in big moments, especially on third down. And another thing that's really encouraging about this Arizona State team is their kicker, Brandon Ruiz, just a freshman, but he had 3 field goals in that last game, and he ended up kicking the game winner. Let's put this into perspective. If you're a freshman kicker, in that kind of situation, how nervous are you?
Well, I'd be pretty nervous because I'm not a very good kicker, Troy.
This is the Player Spotlight. I'm Troy Lynch, and today in the Spotlight is Arizona State linebacker Christian Sam. Christian, you had 11 tackles against Oregon last week in that win. How big was this win for you and the team? It's interesting because you guys were coming off 2 losses, but you seem way more confident going into Pac-12 play. Where was that confidence coming from? Yeah, I do have the cons for today, and there are a couple of them, so let's get into the first one. You ever heard of Bryce Love?
I don't think so.
Oh, well, you probably should. He's the Stanford running back, and he's the best running back in the nation right now. 787 yards on the ground. That leads the country. But then he also had 263 yards last week against UCLA. That's just one game, folks, but that earned him Pac-12 Offensive Player of the Week. He's going to be a force to reckon with against the Sun Devils. Thanks so much, Julian. Great job. Now it's time for one of our favorite segments of the show. Pick your poster. Here's how it goes down. At the last home game, Blaine and I saw one of our favorite posters, decided to take a picture of it, tweeted about it, and you guys at home picked what your favorite was, and we're going to display it right up here on the monitor. Blaine, you have the first poster. All right. Do you cook?
I do cook.
Okay,
Yeah,
well, that's good. Well, so do other Arizona State students. And if you go to the Tooker dorm, they're cooking duck. See how they did that? You know, it's the Oregon Ducks and they're cooking duck. So it's funny in that kind of way. It's a little interesting because that doesn't look like a duck. It looks like a turkey.
Yeah.
Going into Arizona State's last game against the University of Oregon, head coach Todd Graham made the call to have redshirt freshman Chase Lucas start at corner. For the first 3 games of the season, it was former track star and redshirt junior Joey Bryant. However, with a 1-2 record to start the season, it was Lucas's time. And no better time to have your first Division I start against the number 24 team in the nation. Lucas finished the game with 8 total tackles, which was tied for the second highest in the game, and more importantly, did not give up any touchdowns. It was a tall task for a player whose picture doesn't even show up on the Arizona State roster. But the Chandler High School alum helped the Sun Devils to a 37-35 win. And you ask why sports are so important? Well, after the game, Lucas shared an emotional moment with Todd Graham's wife, Penny, where she told him, "This was your first start. You're just getting started." And that's why Chase Lucas is our feel-good story of the week. And our number 2 play coming from Tempe, Justin Herbert and the Oregon Ducks, or should I say the Oregon Deer. There's the truck. Named Desmond Tautula-Tassi with the hit on Casey Eugenio, just ducks him up one more time. Ow. Oh, that hurts me just looking at it, Blaine. I can't watch, but we're going to one more time. ASU wins 37-35. You get a little bit of everything, but you also get a little bit of everything on this show. Once again, we want to thank you for tuning in. He's Blaine McCormick. I'm Troy Lynch. If you want more Arizona State football coverage, make sure you go to housesparky.com. ASU, Stanford, that's happening today. But for now, we'll see you next Saturday. Take care.